So, just for a little context, this guy who's using VO3 and Final Cut and ChatGPT, basically all of the above, to put together what has historically been a $500,000 to $1 million commercial production. This video cost him $500, all said and done, and that's with all the video generation and everything. So it's not free. $500, just an incredible cost reduction. And honestly, this commercial is flawless. Like, this looks exactly like what you get on the TV. It's like we've hit an inflection point. We've hit a point where it really is getting good enough, right?
Welcome to the Friday Flow with Jordan and Let's Go. Fact news and all the trends. Tune in now with your friends.
Will Bewley.
Jordan Nemro, what's
Willy
going
boy,
on?
Billy
Happy Friday Flow.
Happy Friday Flow. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. Publication day. I'm doing wonderful. I have got a new toy at my house. It's a juicer. I've been juicing. I have watermelon juice that I have
Just
freshly squeezed myself.
What are the ingredients there? Just straight watermelon?
100% watermelon. I got really into watermelon juice. It's pretty expensive. Bought my own juicer. Now I'm obsessed.
I don't know if this is as classic as my DC, but
Not even close.
I wish I had a juice with me.
Not even close. Also got a fresh cut, so I'm feeling good, feeling hyped for the
that
Friday
shot.
flow. I say we just dive right in.
What's
I'm
on the
gonna
docket,
start
Jordan?
I'm gonna start off with our new initial segments. Always got to do a quick demo of something I've found, and it kind of goes into kind of the theme of the day for us, which is multimodality in AI. So this is not a new thing. It's speech to text. I mean, it's so not new at all. But the way that they've implemented this at the operating system level, like at the Mac OS level, has actually been pretty interesting. The app is called Wispr Flow. I love anything with a good flow at the end. Wispr Flow. It's don't type, just speak. I've created a shortcut key on my Mac, and so when I click into anything on my entire computer, I can just talk and it'll type it in. This sounds like not that cool, but when you're doing this all day, you realize that you actually do gain a lot from it. Okay, so I'm going to give a super quick demo, and I figured the best way to demo this would be to actually just prompt V0 with audio. Okay, so just click into there. I'm going to touch the button here. I'm going to say, boom. Make me a tic-tac-toe game where the pieces are sloths and dragons. Boom. That was literally the whole demo of the
Beautiful.
app. But we're going to just go from here. I think we're going to actually just see what this comes up with for fun. Here we go. And we're back. All right, here we go. See, I literally pushed a button. I spoke what I wanted, and I have sloth versus dragon tic-tac-toe. Sloth, dragon, sloth, dragon. Sloth winner. New game, love it. Okay, and that was the end of that demo. Thank you, Will. I hope you enjoyed that. I think I remember using these kind of things like 10, 15, 20
I was going to
years
say,
ago.
wasn't this, hasn't this always been around?
Yeah, but it's never worked.
just got
this
better.
just works. It finally works. Anyway, Wispr app, very cool. I'm going to do a super quick double demo. Uno momento. Boom. Job board for autonomous AI agents. Come on, this is too good. It's like you got a job for somebody. Too bad, I got a job for an AI instead. So this you can post if you have something that you need, or if you have a bot that can just do it.
It's great. It's a marketplace for agents.
What do you think? Like, what this has to be the new thing.
It makes sense. Yeah,
Right?
I think you already have similar, right, on a few other platforms like web crawling platforms, or even things
Upwork?
like Zapier. Yeah.
Well, what
but
about
you have-
Upwork?
With just with humans?
Well, when are they going to add a section for agents? Maybe they do. I should have looked.
Maybe they already have it. Yeah,
Maybe
this
they
is
do.
the
Anyway.
brave new world.
Thought I'd showcase this because it's funny. It's awesome.
If people need a tic-tac-toe game, I know where they can go find one.
All right, now on to our real stuff here. The name of the game is, I said multimodality, but what I meant is audio, video, what's happening right now in AI for audio and video. This kind of sparked it for me. I saw that major record labels, as you can see here on TechCrunch, major record labels are beginning to have talks for licensing for like Suno and other studios that are doing this audio and video. I think it's super interesting that in the last few weeks, I've seen just massive amounts of improvements in these models with VO3, which we actually talked about on the pod, I believe last week or the week before. And just this last week, I saw like 3 or 4 new ones come out, and I have some demos of those to go through. But it's very obvious that we're kind of hitting an inflection point. We're hitting like a tipping scale where the technology is becoming almost as good or just about ready to be prime time to become like a replacement for some of these things like, you know, music studios, video studios, studio studios. What do you think?
So wait, how's it replacing music studio? I'm not following that piece.
Maybe not just the studio, the people. It's replacing the people.
Yeah,
right?
the artists.
The artists.
Replace the artists with copyrighted content trained models. Yeah, for sure.
I would say that, but then for the video, it's replacing the studios. So that's another thing. For VO3, when I say a studio, I mean the full studio, the people, the assets, everything involved with the studio.
Yeah, just a massive, incredible productivity leap, right? And
Huge.
so like you kind of, and we've always said that technology is massively deflationary. This is an example of that. You've got a single shot that might have taken an FX studio a couple days to record, thousands of camera angles, all this kind of crazy wiring and things like that. You can now replace that theoretically with a single text prompt and, I don't know, 99% cost reduction, right?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm about to show you with this next demo. So, just for a little context, this is a podcast. I'll put it in the notes if you guys want to listen to it. But it's this guy who's using VO3 and Final Cut and ChatGPT, basically all of the above, to put together what has historically been a $500,000 to $1 million commercial production. And so I'm just going to start off by actually just showing you the clip itself. So this is a satirical version of it, but you can imagine that this could be a real
and this is going to be the AI version.
For my depression.
This is the AI version.
Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Puppermin.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we've found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up.
You get the idea. So this guy...
I'm involved. I want to know where I can get this pill.
I told you I'll give you in the notes. I'll give you his number. He's got a hookup. But this guy who made this video cost him $500, all said and done, and that's with all the video generation and everything. So it's not free, $500, but this exact type of commercial, this is what he used to do as a real full-time job, and he said this would cost $500,000. So $500 to $500,000. Just an incredible cost reduction. And honestly, this commercial is flawless. Like, this looks exactly like what you get on the TV. So, I mean, This is, as I said, it's like we've hit an inflection point. We've hit a point where it really is getting good enough, right?
We are crossing the uncanny valley. That little picture of the dog still kind of looked AI-y, but you can tell like the humans there. Yeah, we're crossing it. If you were glancing that video playing between your shows on TV, you wouldn't have guessed it's an AI made production. It's crazy how far we've come. I think I recall it might have been Coca-Cola with like one of their winter holiday adverts were like one of the first to use AI to make an advert, and it was maybe 2 years ago, and it was seen as like super modern and like, wow, this is where the future's headed. I think people can probably make 100 different versions of a holiday advert now and put it on TV, and no one will be any the wiser. It's really insane.
I agree. And I wanted to showcase a couple of my own creations.
Oh, yes, please.
So
That's
I feel
what we're
like,
here for.
this week, this Friday flows is a little unhinged. It's a little abnormal, but I'm here for it. So you saw that one. I'm going to go... Okay, I'm going to go into this. This one's free.
And let us know how much you spend per video here.
Okay, this one's free.
That was a $500 version. What do we get for free? Jordan, show us.
This one's free, and this one's for you, Will. Here you go.
His kids all... There once was a Brit named Will Bewley, whose dad life was playing out duly. With strollers and scones and ergonomic phones, he rules Marin County quite coolly. He cycles in spandex, he gardens in clogs. He's more zen than 10 yoga-trained dogs. He sips English tea under redwood tree and speaks like he's still in the Cotswolds fog. His kids all adore him. He's gentle yet spry.
Yeah, so that just stops there. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's got a... I'm assuming it's got a 30-second limit.
Look at this.
So,
you've doxed me and pulled up my favorite hobbies in one. Amazing.
Yes. So that's that was a combination. Actually, it's interesting. It didn't generate the text for me. I had to go on ChatGPT and generate that. But
what was that using? That was VO?
No, this is Mirage. So this is a new one called Mirage. It's exclusively for like avatar creation, but they're trying to go after a similar audience where it's like mostly ads. So like Instagram, TikTok ads. So it's like kind of fast flashes of your specific avatars. I think I've showed you this one before, but I'm going to show you. This is now VO3. So this is Google's top-notch video creation player. I think I might have tried to show this last week, but it might not have worked. This is the only prompt I gave it. Make me a video of a sloth crossing the Golden Gate Bridge. It's pretty good. That's it. 5 seconds or something like that. And then,
I wonder when they're going to increase the length. I'm sure this is just like a limit to like how much they want to spend on the inference here.
Yeah.
A few of them are like that, right? They're like 4 to 8 second clips. They're not, but then you can string a whole bunch of them together to make a video. That's what people are doing.
Correct. And then I asked it to give me an animated Friday Flow intro. It's not very good, but... That's it. It's done.
It came over song as well. Wow.
That's okay.
It's blending everything for you.
And while we're here on Friday Flow, we were discussing briefly the record labels. So let me give you a nice example of Suno's audio capability. And this is my absolute favorite Friday Flow potential intro song. Okay, here's my Friday Flow song from Suno. Let me know what you think.
Friday Flow. Friday Flow.
Look at the lyrics. Literally just says Friday Flow the whole time.
I really like
I wanted
the
no other lyrics.
Did you expressly tell them?
Yes.
Hey, it just needs to be Friday Flow. I like it. It's a jam. It's a bop.
It's nice. I'm into it. Okay, this one's gonna get super unhinged, and I'm here for it.
It's Will from the Friday Flow podcast. What's up with him and Jordan? You like their show? I'm just here to chat with you about the Friday Flow podcast or anything else you'd like to talk about. I noticed you're looking pretty relaxed. What do you like most about Will and Jordan's show? Genuine and down to earth. I think that's part of their charm. They're so easy to listen to, and they always seem to be having a good time. What is it about them as people that you like the most?
He's so inquisitive. Let me share one more that I saw today. So I don't know if you saw Bland. They have a text-to-speech algorithm. They were doing a lot of sales phone calls. They were pretty viral maybe 6 months ago for saying, chances are you already like heard from us. We've like called this many millions of people in America. And people were kind of like, whoa, that's crazy. But also, oh gosh, that's like, this is the new level of slot that we got to come to expect. Well, they came out with a new API today where they're saying they are the first voice AI to cross the Uncanny Valley. So let's have a listen. Let's give it a shot.
We're excited to present to you today, after extensive red teaming, our most recent breakthrough. Why are we so excited? Because you didn't even realize it's not actually me talking. Today, we're announcing our new hyper-realistic text-to-speech engine.
What do you think? Did he get you?
No. I'm confused. I think we've already crossed that. I feel like text to speech has already gotten pretty incredible. What do you think about like even just ChatGPT's text to speech Whisper is pretty amazing. Is this one that much better?
I don't know. I think it begs the question as well. Like, who is going to own this? Who's going to dominate this? Is it the foundation models? Like, are you going to get just wrecked by LLMs and foundations when they release their own versions of this? Is there a world where a startup like Bland, who's raised like $65 million, are going to own this space? What's your take?
No, I would bet on the foundation models for this specific thing. This is like a core multimodality for them, for like all the LLM, all the foundation models. Like if you are a ChatGPT, a Perplexity, etc., you do own the communication back and forth with the end user, and one of those modalities is voice. So I can't imagine that's not something they're going to be like gung ho about.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see.
Yes.
There's obviously a lot of investor money on the line here in these startups, and they're growing really fast as well. Maybe if they can package it up in a more straightforward to use API, they can get, or maybe more very specific use cases. They can carve out a niche. Excited to see. This is getting a little bit of pickup, I think, but not quite as viral as their first go around with their sales bots.
Yes. Okay, finally, this is kind of, I wouldn't say out of the blue, but something I ran into I thought was quite interesting. Waymos, which are my absolute favorite way to be transported anywhere in the city, they are getting more assertive, more aggressive, more human-like. I don't know how often you take them. I take them quite a bit. And I've noticed myself at doing little things like, creeping out on a red light. It's like creeping out, knowing that it's going to turn green in like a couple of seconds, just like humans do. But you don't expect a robot to do that. But now they're starting to do it. So I don't know. Have you seen it? Do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it needs to get more aggressive. So when I drive in a Tesla, for instance, that has full self-driving, it's too cautious, too slow going to exits and things like that. And so you just take over half the time because you're like, I can do it faster. So I think people will get annoyed in the back of Waymos if the thing's being too conservative. So there's a balance here between trust and safety, obviously, and then just being more human-like, right? And so, like, if a human's going to do that because no one's coming, or if the light's on yellow, normally a human might just go for it. I like that they're getting a bit bolder here.
I agree, and yeah, I mean, it's a product, right? And so if people that are using it are getting frustrated for specific reasons, then like they need to figure out what to do with that. It's just kind of funny because technically I don't know if it's illegal, but it's like they're kind of in a gray area of, are you legally allowed to like creep out from a red light? I don't know, maybe that's not illegal, but like other things where they park in areas where they're not supposed to, that's always super annoying to me if I'm in a Waymo and there is a clear spot where it could pull over, but it knows it's not allowed to, so it doesn't. So I have to like sit in the Waymo, where a Lyft or Uber would just immediately go over, like they don't care. Like that's something that is frustrating. I imagine it's going to have to get looser and looser, maybe, or maybe not, because it's like technically they're programming this type of stuff in there, right?
Yeah, and what is interesting, I saw the other day as well, I think last week, there was someone put out there a post. We knew that they had eclipsed Lyft's total rides in San Francisco Bay Area, and that was probably a few months ago. The graph that I saw recently actually shows them eclipsing Uber's share of rides in the next 12 months as well. So clearly people like it. That's already with its more cautious approach. So is it going to eclipse even faster than 12 months if they can chop off some time? Part of this is probably helpful for the company as well if they don't need to if the ride time comes down, then they can get more rides going. And so maybe there's a little bit of a business fundamental in there as well.
That is true. That is true. And I'm excited to see when the Tesla robotaxis come out. I mean, this is just, it's so obviously gonna happen. Like, this is the future. This is clearly better in so many ways for consumers. And so once the Teslas come out with it, I'm just very curious to see how fast they spin up.
And it is wild that Uber purposely decided to shut down their autonomous driving arm when Dara came into power. Now, if they're about to be eclipsed by an autonomous driving company, I think they've already said they're making a deal. I think that's the future for Uber, though, is to make sure that you can hail a Waymo on the app, right? Like, you need to have this access. I think autonomous driving is effectively solved, at least in kind of like modeled cities and places like that. It's probably still terrible at like driving in the snow and things, but if you think of a lot of trips are short and only for one or two people. That's why I think Tesla's robotaxi was interesting, because they just made a smaller car. So like, we don't need cars for 4 people at this point. We just need them for 2. So
that's true.
It's really cool. It's really interesting that a lot of these companies are developing it. I think Tesla has already started in the Bay Area or maybe Austin, rolling out robo-taxis for their employees. So we're entering this next era of what's happening. I'm here for it. I think it's great. I'm with you. Waymo is a much better experience. And we see that with all AI as well, right? Like, one of the biggest advantages of AI is once you've nailed it, the consistency of the output is fantastic, and it's going to be the same. And that's the same for customer support as it is for autonomous driving. And so you're not going to get the whole spectrum of humans answering customer support tickets in different manners. Likewise, you're not going to get a whole spectrum of drivers driving someone in a whole spectrum of ways. You're just going to get one nice standardized approach. And I think we're all here for that.
I'm here for it, Will. I'm here. Okay, well, that does it for this week's Friday Flow. Please smash the like, smash the subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hit the replay, share to some friends. Do whatever the buttons are. Just click them.
Press the
see
things.
you next week on the Friday Flow. Thanks, Will.
Thanks, Jordy.
Bye.